It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy.
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was horn. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Fade that, nigga. Shit. Bet the bar. Off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and...
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. I just left a light in this bit. I just left a light in this bitch.
Fuck up. Move the fuck back. Hey, where are the white women at?
Yeah, well, gotta get a piece of my a little magic.
Your feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously. Can you?
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who. Group of you together, you never can tell who's who.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
It's cool enough just being cool, like I am.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
Hey, dance with me. Hey, dance with me. Hey, dance with me. Oh yeah, everybody.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama, and you Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Don't know me want it. Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
I think we OD. I think we OD.
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
For my word, can't you my equal, don't know what you heard. For my word, for my word, for my word. Doing the styles on them.
That's the difference when you're my baby. That's the difference when you're my baby.
Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loop juice, it pulls up in the deuce. I hit the loop juice, it pulls up in the deuce. I hit.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Lean and buck, lean, buck, lean. Lean and buck, lean, buck, lean, lean.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only galactic daddy-o welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, that must be my cue to come on in and philosophize. Because I got a lot of philosophizing to do. I had a busy day today. Michigan whooped ass. And that's what we're going to start with. Michigan whooped ass today. And who do y'all think going to win the national championship? Who do y'all think going to win it? Now, this is the only way it can really be. Right here. I'm going to say it right here. This is the only way it can be. Michigan goes to 1. Washington goes to 2. FSU 1. I don't care if they ain't a big name. They still won. You do not go out winning
your conference and the conference championship 12-0, and you don't stay in that 3 position. You're tripping. They want Alabama in it so bad because of the bread, but unfortunately, Texas beat Alabama. Texas is in. So what you're going to have is Michigan, Washington, FSU, and Texas. Those 4. Unless they released it, but that's who should make it. That's who should be in. You're going to have Michigan playing Texas, going to whoop the shit out of them. You're going to have Michigan playing. So this is going to be the matchups. Michigan will play FSU, destroy them. Washington will play Texas. Washington will beat Texas. It'll be Michigan and Washington in the final with Michigan winning it. So that's what I got right now. Michigan winning it all, but that's my 4. There's no way they already trying to, Alabama should be able to. How? If FSU, undefeated, won the conference championship, there's no way they out of 3. It's no way they out of 3. Really? You could really have an argument to say Georgia only drops to 4. Strength of schedule. You could really say that Georgia only drops to 4. I wouldn't be against that either. But I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to push Texas in there. Alabama's out. There's no way you're going to go from, I don't care who you beat. There's no way you're going to go from 8th and you jumping over an undefeated team. Texas and FSU. Well, Texas lost, but there's no way you go over Texas. Texas beat you. So Texas is going to be up there before you. So that is my Final 4 for college. And I already said it's going to be Michigan winner. So I had to get into that today. So wanted to give that out there. Hey, what's happening, Jeffrey? Jeffrey Lane, what's happening? And I know you definitely got to have vision. And I know the only dance we do on the Galactic Patio comes and it's done as the Would you like to dance with me? And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my.
Don't touch my truck. Oh, dang. Oh, well. So thank you for joining me. El Dragon Amaru Khan, thank you for coming in. Got to have vision. And it's only one dance we do here. So please join me in doing the Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmics.
Don't touch my truck.
And remember, I'm here to take you. Let me take you higher. Rondo Ganja, thank you for joining. And to be up at this late night, you definitely got to have vision. And join me on the Galactic Patio getting down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmics. But it's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck.
And let me take you. I'm here to take you higher. Oh man, this gear ain't fresh at all. This is one of my old work shirts. So I must have threw my old hat away. I had another Jordan hat, and another Michigan hat. I can't find it. But this is my old stuff. It's yeah. But thank you anyway. This is some of my old stuff. But thank you anyway. You're not gonna have some Michigan stuff. I just need newer stuff. Well, I guess. I think this is the newest, other if I wore the jersey. Hey, let me see. I'm not going to try to. Yeah. Hey, Jamar, 3224. What is happening? And I know you got to have vision. Join me on the Galactic Patio doing it. Would you like to dance with me? And with a place with very little rules, there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
That's it. But I definitely can take you. I am here to take you higher. Lobo, my main man, Lobo, what is happening? And I know you definitely got
to have vision.
And I know you would jam with me because young people love to dance.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the
They must be talking about, ooh, ah. And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
And I'm here to take you. Oh, this should be fun to me, y'all. Oh, I agree, but watch them put Alabama in there or Georgia. I'm not, like I said, Georgia goes to 4. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if Georgia goes to 4. But I think the way they're going to do it, they're going to put Texas in there. They're going to put Texas in there to spite Alabama. They're going to put Texas in. But if Georgia went to 4, I really wouldn't be mad at that. I would say Georgia could be 4. But I think they're going to put Texas in there, which is definitely going to benefit Michigan. Michigan to beat any one of them, though. Just chilling. Okay. Salute. Okay. Be right back. I agree. But watch them. Niners and the Eagles going to lose tomorrow. Even though you say that, I'm still going to give you... And because I know you must still have a little bit of...
Got to have vision.
And come dance with me on the Galactic Patio.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic swap.
And there's only one rule. Don't talk about the Eagles, but don't
touch my truck.
Oh, and I'm here to take you. Let me take you higher. And that's where my main man from Japan, what's happening from the SIP, my man Lorenzo. And I know you definitely got
to have vision.
And I know because all of us got rhythm and like to get down, you will.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic swap.
And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Let me take you higher. Oh, what's up? All I got to say is Florida State. Yeah, Florida State got to stay in 3. That's why I think they're going to push. I think they're going to push Georgia out, and the excuse is going to be how they lost, which I don't think that matters. But I think they're going to say number 8 knocked them out. So, and I guess I'm all out of order, but I welcome everybody in. Tomahawk Chop. But I welcome everybody in, and this is the time of the show where I bring out distinctive ale that, or as I call the Rob from God, the nectar, and we have... No! You thought I was about to pull you and show you Castle Danger? No! You thought I was about to disappoint. I don't disappoint. I've got the Rob from God, Great Lakes, Elliot Ness, the finest nectar in the fucking land, dude. And what do I always say? As you look, and I've got one of my favorite glasses, George Killian's. So pop them if you got them. Get open. I must open. And just look at this. Just listen. I want you to hear it too. Oh. Now look at me and think about yourself. And look at me again and think about yourself. And look at me and think about yourself and think about yourself and look at me. And what am I doing that you are not doing? I am drinking Great Lakes Elliott Nest. And you are not. I have a George Killian cup and you do not. And all of you just think that you wish you could be me right now. You really wish you could be me right now. That's pretty fun to do. But you know, we are not done. We are not done. Let's throw that in there. Zip it up. Keep my beer cold, will ya? And we are still, goddamn, I don't even think do I need it? No, I don't. I'm high in the motherfucker already, but do I need it? Yes. No, we still have Super Apple Killer with a little samurai sword of samurai apple goodness. So smoke them if you want them. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I feel good. Oh, I feel good. Psycho, alpha, disco, beta, fire, aqua, doo-doo. Emotions, pictures, underwater, starring most of you. Let's throw some Bertie Worrell in. So, I got some deep shit that I'm going to get into. Any more sports questions? I'll give you a few minutes. It's obvious Michigan going to win it this year. At least they should. You know, the motherfucking suspensions and all that shit looks like that's what. Oh, shit. Let me mention this. Like, you know, all day, I've been feeling good. You know, really high, really feeling good, just loving life, loving that I can get high with life. And, you know, I'm just, you know, moving around and I go get the Elliott Nest. And, you know, I'm such a good mood and I'm coming out and I pass by a motherfucker and my immediate thing was, oh shit, there goes evil. It was like, and I think he even noticed I recognized that shit. Because for that very minute, you know, I was like, oh shit. It was like even my subconscious hit that shit. My subconscious like, there goes evil. I saw that motherfucker. That's the first thing that hit me is there goes evil. And of course, evil would go into a liquor store. You know, everybody tells you the story of the spirits and all that. But that's interesting. That was interesting. I saw that. I haven't had that in a long time. And I'm like, oh, that's some fucked up evil right there. So I did see that today. If Texas gets in instead of Georgia, then there will be no SEC because of Bama. That's a good point. That's a good point. And I my argument can go both ways, but the thing that's going to keep them out is FSU. You heard them announcers trying to push FSU out of there. What did the dude play? This is what they was trying to say. They said Michigan, Washington, FSU, Bama. Michigan, Washington, Texas, Bama. You're bumping two teams out, and one team is undefeated. That's what some of them commentators had on after the game. Put Texas and Alabama. Ain't no way. Ain't no way both of them should make it. Neither one of them should make it over Georgia, first of all. Texas, I would give a little more because I think people don't want to. I don't know. They lost to the 8, so that probably knocks them out. Texas, to me, has the best bet to get in. There's no way you can push out Florida. No way. They don't want Florida in because Florida's the weakest team. Remember when I said that summer that they would start this shit all over again? And here you got, now they want the children and the dogs. I am Florida State to the bone, Grizzle, but I got Michigan winning it all. Indeed, me too. I am now calling the blunt the rods of God. I am taking away the rods of God, military weapons from above, pointing down in. That's pretty cool. ESPN stay hating on Florida State. Yeah, they all of them. None of them put Florida State. It's no way you can. And that bread. Look. You guys want to know bread and power? That bread at Florida State is gonna be like pressing motherfuckers. They really gonna be pressing people. Florida State's not gonna take this laying down. They're gonna be the whole nation gonna be like, look, they're undefeated. You have 3 other undefeated teams. There's no way that you're going to take Alabama and Georgia, Alabama and Texas and put them. I can't put Alabama over Georgia. I really can't. I can't put Alabama over Georgia. So, I really don't. OTF, what is happening? And I know at this late night you got to have.
Got to have vision.
Oh, and I know you'll join me on the Galactic Patio doing and getting down.
Would you like to dance with me?
We are doing the Cosmic Slide, but there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my truck and let me take you. Ooh. Let me take you higher, baby. I don't really give a fuck about these celebrities, but have you seen? Looks like she bleached her skin. You know, this is okay. This kind of is a good segue to get into my next thing I'm about to get into. Last night I was going to see a movie, and the movie got bumped. We were supposed to go see the movie at. Supposed to go see the movie at 7:30. The movie we wanted to see, because I don't like watching movies other than IMAX or whatever your equal is to in your theater. I want the best sound and I want the best picture. Because I don't like going to a movie and my TV look better than this screen. That's my biggest complaint. I don't like watching movies unless they're in the top theaters. I don't like watching the side movies. You know, they got most places got one or two main places where they got all the better picture and the better sound. Because I don't like that pixelation. When you go to the side movies, you cheating yourself. To me, you cheating yourself. As I mentioned, I don't like watching a movie where my TV looks better than this movie screen. So they replaced it with Beyonce's movie, which I didn't make. Well, we went to the movie. We got in there. It started at 7:30. We got in there about 10 till, and it just started. So I don't really give a fuck about that. You know, that's something that's being pushed all around the country. And that makes you wonder, is it the person or is it something else? You know, the skin change like that. It makes you wonder, what is it? Is it the person or is it, the person being replaced? So that's another way to look at it too. But I don't know. I don't, think about that. Yeah, that's whatever it is. They paid it. They got to do whatever they got to pay. They got to do that to pay. So my segue is going to go into, yeah. This should be, let's see, where is it at? All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Fuck them. So I'm gonna give my breakdown. Oh, let's show a little bit. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about us. Let's talk. There we go. All right. I don't know. I don't know if y'all hip to this movie. Think I'm okay. Let me. All right. I'll show this part first. I don't know if y'all hip to this movie, but the movie is worth seeing, and the movie is called The Shift. The movie is called The Shift. Now, the movie starts off with two dudes. It starts off with Kevin. This guy is called the benefactor. This is Tina. All right. Kevin marries Molly. All right. Kevin marries Molly. This guy right here, the benefactor, Now it's interesting who you would think this character is. It's really interesting who you would think he is, because he could be a mixture of. I'm gonna tell you what came to mind when I saw this cat, and he's called the Benefactor. I was thinking Maitreya. That was the first thing that came to mind was Maitreya. But he's the Benefactor, and he's a mixture of, I would say, the devil. Again, Lucifer was a real person that lived in Babylonian, so it wasn't Lucifer. This would be more, or Marduk, Maitreya, Marduk, the Demerge. This is character that this is. All right? This character here is all those characters put together. This character has the ability to put you in multi-layers of yourself. And what I mean by that is this character has the ability to shift you into multiple personalities of you, to multiple doppelgangers, And he comes to Kevin. And he tells Kevin, where's Kevin? Where's Kevin at? That's Kevin. Kevin, this is Kevin. He comes to Kevin. I think Kevin was in the first picture. But he comes to Kevin, and this is Kevin swimming. Okay, this would be fine. This is Kevin. That's Kevin right there. Okay, I knew Kevin was right there somewhere. Let's get a little, okay. So he comes to Kevin, and he offers him pretty much the world. And this Kevin kind of hits him with religion. So as the Benefactor is asking Kevin to be a shifter for him, Kevin is like, well, prove to me that you can do what the fuck you say you can do. Okay, I don't believe none of this shifting shit. Prove to me that you can do what you say. Now, one thing that you see when the movie starts, this is their waitress. And she's very uncomfortable. Everybody there is uncomfortable. You can kind of tell. And Kevin looks to the Benefactor and says, well, now the Benefactor, again, is humiliating everybody. He's making this chick eat and shit. And he says, sit down. She sits down to eat. She eats a piece of meat. And Kevin looks around and says, well, make Tina disappear. This is when she starts crying. And then he breaks down and he makes Tina disappear. The dude is tripping. He jacks the Benefactor up, and he's holding him, and he's like, where the fuck did she go? And what he told him is, he said, she went to a world where she's going to think she's crazy because she knows who she is and she knows she doesn't belong there. So he's telling her, she's going to be crazy in her world. And her parents are crying because they lost their daughter. So Kevin ends up telling the Benefactor, he said, you know what? You would be my last choice. Before anything else I do in this world, my last choice would be to follow you. And the Benefactor says, the other kid, you the first Kevin that ever turned me down. So then Kevin starts motherfucking praying. The Benefactor's getting louder and louder, and he's like, what has he done for you? Where has he ever been? What has he ever? He's not here now with you. I control all these. And through praying, the motherfucker Benefactor, this motherfucker disappears. Poof, poof, out of thin air, he disappears. So, everybody's looking at Kevin like, and but this is a tell. When the Benefactor disappears, Kevin kind of laughs and says, that shit worked. Like he wasn't true. He was doing a last-ditch effort, and he was surprised it worked. Now, my wife says, well, that's where he took religion and saw that religion worked. No, he saw a trick. He was able to trick the trickster. All right? So Kevin lives in the doom and gloom society. Kevin pretty much lives in a doom and gloom society. You know, he's put in a different dimension. You know, he was shifted when he met the benefactor. And, you know, Kevin doesn't really know what to do next. You know, this was, you know, the quick life where he had with this Molly. He was with this Molly in a quick life. And they don't really, they show what happened. But what, like, see, one thing this Molly does that she kind of, she curses their relationship. You know, that's one thing. My wife kind of missed that part, I think. But she curses the relationship. Because what she says is, you know, we're going to be in love and stuff, but we're going to love each other so much, we're going to be prepared when that bad thing happens. Now, that's self-sabotage. That's self-sabotage, and that's cursing yourself. That's also, you know, that's unnatural trying to say karma. You ain't even did nothing, and you saying karma's going to fuck with you. Can you dig that? You ain't even did nothing, and you saying karma's still going to kick your ass. So she curses the relationship, and what happens is the son disappears. All they find is his backpack. It ruins the relationship. So Kevin can't work. You know, Molly starts drinking, and it ruins their relationship. So one day Kevin's driving to work, and he gets motherfucking hit by a car. He gets hit by a truck, and that's where he turns into the benefactor. And as I said before, you know, he tricks the trickster. So he tricks the benefactor. Kevin is living in a different reality. And this is like where Kevin gets shifted because this Kevin gets hit by a truck. You can see the truck right there is about to hit him. So when he wakes up, you know, the benefactor is over him and shit, like the benefactor saved him. But, you know, he shifted him and the dude don't know he shifted. But he gets into a world and the world kind of looks like this. And it knows no joy, really no hope. You know, this is a very dark world. Very backwards in some ways, but there's like really no hope. Everybody's poor. Everybody, you know, the government has stepped on everybody's neck. And so again, you know, we look at, you know, before everything changes, you know, we look at Molly. Molly's drinking, you know, so. All right. This is Austin, remember from Lord of the Ring, Patty Austin's daughter. I think if you guys remember the Addams Family, I think that is John Austin is his father. But anyway, he was in the Lord of the Rings. But this character is interesting. And it's interesting for a couple things is this is technically still the benefactor, but this is Gabriel. Now, one thing they don't show of Gabriel is they don't show Gabriel's other selves, but what they do is they said that Gabriel can be very many, like he can repeat himself. Now, again, it's interesting that that Gabriel works for the benefactor, but he's put there as Kevin's friend. So Kevin's writing all this scripture and shit, and Kevin is giving all the scripture to Gabriel. And so Kevin is trying to remember all the scripture he can. He's putting himself in the scripture and he's getting, because people don't know about the scripture in this land. So he's giving these pages to Gabriel. And interestingly, Gabriel tells him, you know, when they come after you, you know, the things that come after you, you know, they all look alike. That's what he tells him. So in reality, Gabriel is really an agent for the benefactor. And after 5 years of Kevin struggling, boom, there he is. The benefactor comes and returns. He comes and returns. Now, there's another part. Before he returns, let me see if I can show this part. There's another part I want you to understand. Okay, this part right here. Now, this is where a lot of people wouldn't get it, but I get it. And there's very few people that understand the concept that I'm about to say. Okay, right here. All right. Now, right here. So in this reality, you know, okay, what people know is they're doppelgangers. Everybody knows they're doppelgangers. And something you can pay for is you can see the life of your other doppelgangers. So you can pay, and they got a machine that can hook you up, and you can look through the eyes of your doppelgangers. Now, for some reason, Kevin, and this reminds me also of the eyes of Laura Marsh, Being John Malkovich kind of tuning, but he starts being able to see Molly again, and he sees different versions of Molly. Now, he's one of the first to be able to do this. Most people see their own doppelgangers, but again, he's seen his doppelganger, and you see how they put, you know, the pleading right here. As above, so below. You know, they kind of giving you that right here. And what we find out is he's able to tap into the many variations of Molly. Now, one thing he does to Molly is, like, before he shifts for the first time and the benefactor finds him, he gives Molly a figure eight necklace, like a Christian necklace shaped like, you know, life, the figure eight. And it says he lives. And he's really talking about his son because he thinks his son, you know, might still be alive instead of died. And later they told a story where they were talking to some people and they weren't paying attention to their son. And their son ends up, you find out later, his son was shifted. So what really he's able to do is he's able to, by seeing all these different Mollys, and this is something that aren't very many people are going to get watching this, and this goes into Dark City. Now, in Dark City, we see that the alien-like people could tune or change the reality, and you start seeing Kevin do this. By Kevin tapping into Molly and then being able to follow Molly's life, Kevin starts tuning. Kevin starts tuning. All right? He starts tuning. And so Kevin, you know, he hadn't in the 5 years since he's been doing this, he has never been able to tap into Molly, but he finally taps into Molly. And again, you know, this is what he remembers, you know, being in love with her and stuff. Okay. Now tuning, and a lot of people will miss about tuning. So he's fighting. Okay. So one part that breaks down is we see Gabriel, and Gabriel, we find out, is an agent of the benefactor. So the benefactor has been spying on Kevin the whole time. He's put him in this dark reality and he's been watching him the whole time. Kevin thinks he's giving scripture to all the people. He's giving scripture to the benefactor, and Gabriel is the agent. So he gets into it with Gabriel. He ends up taking one of the Gabriel's wristwatch. And again, we see the Gabriels turn into Smith like the Matrix. Remember I said earlier, he said he thinks all of the agents look alike, all the shifters look alike. Well, all the shifters are Gabriel, and all the shifters are going after him. Again, you can see where the White Rider strike, you know, again, we've seen this in the Matrix. Batman kind of did the same thing when, you know, Batman goes in and fights all the policemen. They got all the policemen looking the same. But when he gets chased, he's being chased and pursued through these different dimensions. So he's able to hit this shifter and he becomes a shifter. Remember, he can shift and he can tune. I think the shifting and the tune is one of the same thing. So as he's tuning before, he sees one of the Mollys. As he's going through again, he's just being able to see all the Molly doppelgangers. He's already, you know, he's so tapped into Molly, he's starting to see all her different doppelgangers. And he sees one that has this figure eight necklace that says he lives, that was for his son. And one beautiful thing they says is, he's like, why do you wear it? And he said, you know, she said, well, I was ready. Because, you know, when you gave it to me, I wasn't ready. So this is an injured Molly that, you know, nothing he could do. You know, she says, I have a new man, and she's moved on. And so he's getting away, but as he gets away, he's still kind of tuning what he wants after this. And then again, he's faced with the benefactor because the benefactor has returned. What's funny is if any of you guys know a CAA, like my P320 would fit, or a Glock would fit in this. It makes your handgun a carbine. It's kind of funny that they choose these CAAs, and you can put pistols in there and they become carbines. I don't know if you're hip to those, but it's funny they use these. They had one big gun, but mostly these are, you put pistols inside of these, and it's kind of cool, I guess, if one, instead of reloading, you just take one out and put a full one in. All right. I thought that was interesting. And so everybody's pissed off. And Kevin's been hiding. And then all of a sudden, this chick tells on Kevin. So, Kevin's got to run some more. But see all these pictures, unseen, what is it said? Unseen but ever present, that God symbol. And what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I guess that would be the 6 in a way. But unseen but ever present. And again, isn't that what they say about, the Trinity, the gods, the goods? So, that he's shifting now. And then again, what do we see? Magenta. We see magenta for no reason. Magenta's put in here for no reason. It's like they got to put that in there. And this is where, he was trying to tune and, he's trying to stop him from tuning and shit. And this is, before he discovers that Gabriel is an agent. But by now we know that the Gabriels were chasing him and Gabriel is an agent. So they catch him. They finally catch him. Let me see if they're going to show. Yeah. So when they catch him, they put him back in the place where you tune. And nope. They don't show it. Okay. Okay, so he goes back into place where he can tune. I'm sorry, let me catch it again. So he goes back into place where he can tune, and the benefactor, let me see, I want to just... man. But anyway, so the benefactor... Okay, so where are we at? We're to the point where the benefactor gave him a choice. He said, I can give you, he said, like, who do you want to send away? He said, I can put you back in with your wife, but you got to be with me. Or you can put Tina back with her family. But he said, remember, Tina is so fucked up that Tina is going to, she's going to, even if you give her back to her family, she's still going to be fucked up. So what he did is he gave Tina back to her family. Now, one part I failed to mention was when he was going through the different doppelgangers, he discovered that there was one doppelganger that he saw wasn't married. So it showed that she was single. So he made note of that. And so my point is this is so like the dude really, Kevin really tuned. And it was interesting, they showed other levels of Kevin and different Kevins. They showed Kevin, but this Kevin was the one that he wanted. Now, they showed some of the other Kevins. One Kevin was like a mafia guy. They showed all the versions of Kevin. But this Kevin was different because this Kevin had turned him down. And for him, that was like, it seems petty. And you think of, what was so important about him. But that's what it becomes. Now, let me break this down where me and my wife our different opinions on it. Let me kind of give you our different opinions. Now, what she says she loved about the movie, she looked at the benefactor as the devil, and that what Kevin saw, like despite the people being doom and gloom and poor, they still showed gleams of hope, gleams of hope. And then, even at the end, they're trying to give you, free will. That's they always try to give you the trick of free will. But it was interesting. He was like, "You the last of my choice." But again, the benefactor is also like the jester. That's what I kind of get out of it too. He's also, Marduk, Maitreya, the trickster Loki. I also got some of that Loki energy from him too. And he was mad over Kevin's choice. And Kevin was able to tune, because Kevin knew how the thing was going to react. And Kevin was able to tune himself into the perfect relationship. Because the girl that he saw Molly again, and that Molly, husband had died and had a daughter. He had lost his Molly. Their son had got shifted, but it looked like somebody kidnapped him. So in the end, he gets what he's needed. He needed a child. He needed his woman, because it was really a version of his woman, the doppelganger of his woman, that he could fall in love with all over again. And that's what he does. Now, they don't get into Gabriel, other than we know Gabriel is one of the shifters. And really what we know about shifters, they said all shifters look alike. So that's what we know about shifters. They say that all the shifters look alike. So that's one thing that we got out of shifters. And so, again, it's kind of poor writing. Another part you get, is it says choices have consequences. So when Kevin didn't understand the power that he was given to send Tina off, and maybe I kind of skipped, because he goes to Tina's reality and he sees, because he tells them that Tina goes in reality again where crazy, the people are looked at as crazy. So he shifts into a crazy place that's Tina's reality, and he takes Tina with him. He saves Tina. But it does show the benefactor being insecure. Like it's a little bit of damn Yankees, I can give you anything. A little bit of bedazzled. I get a little bit of bedazzled. I can give you anything. You work for me. You work for me, then everything is taken care of. I always got your back. That's what he tells him. But Kevin is able to, and again, remember when we see Dark City, he's able to tune, just like we see in the Matrix. She says, Trinity says, you move like them. So to me, he tunes, And what the movie is basically, and what the benefactor is telling you, is you can get heaven on earth. That's what the benefactor is all about. Heaven on earth. That's what he's about. Heaven on earth. Instead of heaven for eternity. Now, again, we don't know how long the doppelgangers can work. But that's what we see. So, trying to think. Yeah, benefactor. Now, and possibly you can kind of look at the Kevin as maybe a Yahshua figure, because he has to suffer here on earth. He gives the parallel of Job, and telling how Job didn't really, God had to prove himself to him. So he gives the fable of God. Now they have neighbors, and the neighbors' children, he thinks they're spying, but what he finds out is that the neighbors' children sang, one of the songs they keep singing is "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna." So they kind of hit you with that throughout. And so So this is so these are so there's only, you know, I was trying to find a trailer picture because there's only 7, 8 people that are really in this movie. Let's see if this is the cast. Let's see. This is giving me the trailer again. But this is another part to think about. Like they meet in this they meet in this bar, and you guys remember the song Maybe I'll See You Next Lifetime. It kind of that kind of thought too. It's like, you know, or our Jay-Z had a song, you know, I think Jay-Z had a song of you know, what like that moment, if you took that moment to you know, to meet someone. And what was the Jay-Z song where you took the moment to meet someone? You know, I can't think of that song, but what could be? You know, that it gives you that kind of vibe too. But to me, in my opinion, it's a mixture. You know, again, it's a mixture of Dark City, The Matrix, some biblical stories. Because you know the name Lucifer, the first historical name of Lucifer is not well, Venus. Venus, we know that's probably the early reference, but there was a person in Babylonian named Lucifer who told the Jewish faith people that if they helped him in the war, he would set them free, and he didn't set them free. So, oh yeah, we can get into that. We can get into that. So I'm just trying to go through my notes, make sure. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, to make sure I got everything in my notes. It was like the dude who helped him see the, you know, where he was able to tune and see all the different doppelgangers. He owned a cat, and I still gotta, maybe somebody else can figure that part. I still am not sure about the cat part because at the end of the movie the cat returns. So it looks like, okay, so the cat was shifted. For some reason, the benefactor shifted his cat. Kevin was able to tune it back to his friend. I got to tell my wife that. I just figured that out. Kevin tuned the cat, shifted his cat. The cat was shifted out to torment the man. But again, with the benefactor being gone, it was 5 years for Kevin, probably hardly anything for the benefactor. Benefactor is also like a Q, if those of you that know Star Trek. And it just shows, you know, kind of, I don't know. You can't really, like again, you know, when you looked at the benefactor, you had to look at him as the trickster too. But he was going to give you everything that he said he was going to give you, because it showed that, like, when Kevin was going through all his different doppelgangers, he was able to see, you know, they were giving what he said. They was giving good lives of what they said. But my wife caught something when they showed the gangster Kevin. She said he's sitting there with 2 chicks, because when he was viewing earlier, they showed that. She said, you know, he looked kind of miserable. And then he discovers Kevin in his house, and he sees that Kevin's is him, and, you know, Kevin's just shifting through. So that's a different part. But my wife says, you know, joy wins over, you know, love wins over. Despite it being such a dark and gloomy place, he was still able to, you know, Kevin was still able to see hope. You know, hope is another trick too, of hope. But able to see hope and joy in everyone. So I think that's but I think a lot of people aren't going to get that he could tune. That's what people are going to miss, that he could tune. Yeah, and that's about all my notes. So it was surprisingly a decent movie. A lot of people, I'm not going, but it's surprisingly, Shift was pretty good. I'm gonna say that Shift was a pretty good movie. It had you guessing. It caught me completely off guard. All it tells you in the trailer is that, you know, he He gets put in different realities and you don't see the story. It was like I say saying that all the shifters look alike. I think that was lazy writing. That probably was into the writer's strike because again, it's the Matrix Smith. Having all the shifters be Smith was kind of, come on, that's lazy writing. And that's probably due to the writer's strike. That was very lazy writing to make them look like Smiths. So I'm not sure why they did that, but that's what they did. So, there's my main man from Japan. What's happening, PJ? And I know he always has his.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
And he definitely got
to have vision.
Because he's such a good guy, he doesn't mind joining me on the Galactic Patio, getting down doing the. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slump. And he knows and he follows the only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
And he knows that I will take him. Let me take you higher, baby. I know shift gears from sports, but I got to bring this up. Mac Brown, head coach of North Carolina, is on the selection committee. What team did he coach to win the national title? They showed a picture of him at the end of their game, Vince Young. Vince Young. So he's going to get a vote for Vince Young. So, yeah, Texas is going to get it. Alabama, it's no way. It's no way Alabama jumps up just because they beat Georgia. You're not going to replace them with Florida State. Nobody's going to have that. Nobody is going to have that. Florida State dropping. So, if you're going to put anybody, you're going to keep Florida State in. So, who are you going to drop out? And Texas beat Alabama, and Texas should get in before Alabama. So, I think they're going to put Alabama in. No, that's all I had about that. I didn't have nothing else about the movie, so it was a good pivot for me. Damn, how many out there? Can y'all shim-shimmity? Should I get up and show what a shim-shimmity is and the importance of you shim-shimmitying? Let me get up and show you what a shim-shimmity is. Show you what a shim-shimmity. Oh, I got my, I've got a crystal grid. I need some work done, so I've been keeping this grid going. Let me see, not to knock the beer over. But the shim-shimmity is like follows. It's like, I don't know if I can get back far enough. But like you kind of, I really don't have enough. But like you slide, and instead of taking steps, you're sliding. And then you're switching sides. So you slide step this way, and then you switch and you kind of slide step. That's what a shim-shimmity is. You do it around Christmas. You put your hands in your back and you take 2 steps and slide, and that's a shim-shimmity if you guys didn't know. So I thought I'd give that out there. You didn't know what a shim-shimmity is? Some other shit I wanted to bring up too. Oh, ad. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Hey, y'all want to hear some pimp shit? Okay. I might save this, but I'm gonna read this. Again, I don't know if I read this, but I just came across this is my vows, my wedding vows. I'll read this shit to y'all. I'm gonna read my wedding vows. I put this on parchment, and I said I wrote over it our wedding book in parchment. So what I put is, you remind me of every love song I ever heard. The sound of your voice is integrated into my consciousness. To have an old-fashioned love makes me truly joyful. The days are long, but the years are short, and I choose to spend each with you. To live with one's mirror is very rare. To have someone to laugh at your jokes and correct you when you're out of pocket. Because I am a storm, yet you know when to be moved by it. So that's what I wrote her. That's that pimp shit that I wrote her, but that's, and that's in parchment. And she got a fat booty. I guess I should have put that too. So if any females is listening, I hope you love those words. Everybody said they loved the words. When I read it, they said I knocked it out the park. Everybody liked it. So that's what I put in there. It still ain't no snow, y'all. It's the 2nd of December and no snow. I had to put my boots back up here. I had all my boots downstairs. Oh, and I'm not gonna tell the rest, but you know me. I was supposed to go to the game today with my best friend Tony. We were supposed to go over to his house, but my wife, was feeling a little ill. She took some medication. The medication was kind of fucking with her, so we didn't get to go. We just watched the game at home, which is okay too. This was okay too. I had a matching recliners. We get our couch right after Christmas, so I just show a picture of all that shit. So we're comfortable, and really. I am really fighting it. If I had somewhere to put this, I would go buy this leather couch. It would be perfect right here. Because the cats don't come in here. The cats don't come in here because of the wires. Some cats like wires, especially our female cat. But if I could put that leather couch here, and we're about to move this motherfucker, maybe. I mean, it don't really bother me in here. But I would like to put this over here. And then, people interview. And this section was cool. I mean, it's cool. I could have people sit there and I could be behind my desk. So we're still doing it. We're still doing it the best we can do it, y'all. And so, this was a cool day. It was a real cool day. I learned something new. I had an MRI today, and they told me, my shoulder specialist told me they was like, they said, now this is what they told me. They said to sit down, because there's two types of sit down MRIs. One that does your heart, the MRI machine, you sit down and it literally rolls around you like a circle. It literally rolls around you like a circle. Okay. And then there's just regular ones where you sit up and the magnet's on the side of you. They said that the other ones are stronger. So I asked the lady, I'm like, she's like, no, these aren't as strong. So I'm taking next Sunday, I'm going to take a volume and go, because I think I've tore, like where I partially tore, I'm pretty sure I tore the rest of my shoulder. I'm not sure. But that's what it feels like. When they touch me, it hurts in a different place now where it didn't hurt before. So, and I really can't. Like when I would fight somebody, I would hit them with my left hand naturally. Like a motherfucker would think like I would square off with somebody and they think I would jab, and actually I could hit hard. Like I could really, like naturally I could be in this position and really turn to hit. I could hit hard as I could with a jab. I mean, not to say, like a 1-2, I could, but really I could almost punch from this position. I could almost punch like this hard as I could. Like my jab, the energy I could put into my jab, I could almost put, it would be like, that's almost hard as I could punch. And most people can't do that. Most people can't make this be their hard punch. I guess I was a little bit like, Sonny, listen, that was like, I would square up with somebody, and if you couldn't take that jab, you about to eat something. Because motherfuckers think, it'd be light. That's why I fought one dude where I jabbed him and I ain't really want to hit him. He was one of my teammates, and I touched him, but I didn't hit him hard. Then this nigga tackled me in some kind of way. I broke my hand. Like the motherfucker tackled me and I could have knocked him out because he was just standing there. And I'm like, look, just leave me alone. I just put my arm out there and then he tackled me. I'm like, okay. But if I would have just squared off and hit that nigga, but again, I wasn't that mad at him to hit him like that. But that's how I used to. I square up with people. That first one, if you took it, I was the kind of fighter too. I like counter punching, but I would wait to see how hard somebody could hit. I learned I could take a punch. Getting hit playing football, I learned I could take somebody hitting me without, making me dizzy and shit. I could take a pretty hard punch. So I would just see how hard dudes could hit. If they could hit hard, I'm like, damn, you in trouble, buddy. But that was my younger days. I was rambunctious. And I just liked to fight when I was younger. I guess I got that from my dad. My dad liked to fight. So maybe that's something I picked up from him. I don't know. And so, I had, sitting in that MRI. And it's funny. This is a true story, too. I go into the MRI where, again, now, I think I told you before, I was allowed 2 weeks of being a European. I showed you guys the paperwork. 2 weeks they allowed me to be a European. And I must say, it is some benefits from being a European. You wake up with money in your pocket. Did you guys know that? That the Europeans, that's why you see all the people on crystal meth, because they wake up with $10 every day. Like Europeans, it's magical. Like $10. I woke up, I was like, damn, I had 100 in my pocket. I must be pretty good. People coming to me, just slipping me money. Hey, good to see you there. Just give you money. I'm like, whoa, thank you. So when I go in there, since they did the paperwork on me, they asked me did I want another 2 weeks of being European. And I had to decline. I'm going to tell you why I declined. So I go up in there, and what is the girl's name? Krishan, Blueface's girl. She's in there. Krishan has got vibe all the time. That chick is in there. She is like giving me the paperwork and shit. She's offering me 2 more weeks of being European. And I'm like really tripped out because I like when I left home, she was on TV and then she's sitting there. I'm like, you was on TV, honey. I'm like, I just saw you on TV. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you never heard of Krishan or Blueface? She's like, no. I'm like, well, that's your boyfriend that you had a baby by. Wasn't that you? So I guess it wasn't her, but it looked like her. And this chick looked like Krishan. And this is what's funny. When I was leaving, I ain't really see her. You know, I was just kind of leaving. And she's like, okay, see you. I was like, oh. I mean, she stopped me to say bye, which I thought was kind of cool. Maybe she had to. But, you know, I am a dashing figure. So, you know. But, okay. Now, I'm going to switch gears. Let's see. I've been raining the neck of the woods, but earlier this week it was all cold. So cold I had an illness. Ooh. That I'd rather get the flu I recovered from, but not 100% health. Oh, okay. Well, healing to you. Healing powers to you. But I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm standing on this, and this is definitely a Mandela effect. This is a Mandela effect. And that I'm telling you, this is new to fuck to me. So, this is a Mandela effect. I want to get all the notes so I know. Okay. So this, in my reality, this is what happened. I was looking through some Prince songs, okay? And they list all the songs that Prince wrote and other people did, okay? You dig what I'm saying? All the songs that Prince wrote that other people did. I came down to one song, I'm telling you, and I was down there telling my girl the same thing. I'm going to tell you, this is my reality. Now, you can call this a Mandela effect or whatever the fuck you want to call this, but I'm telling you, I'm going to break down what I saw in my reality. So I think it was 1983. MTV is on. The song Sex Shooter comes on, and the group who sang Sex Shooter is Vanity Six. Before the movie came out, there was a video out with Vanity Six singing Sex Shooter. No movie, the movie's not in it. It's her, the other girls that were Vanity, which was the same girls with Abylonia, singing Sex Shooter. Prince's first girlfriend, what is the darker skinned girl? I'm sorry, I can't remember. But his first, Denise, and then the European girl, same girls. It's just they switched the girl. They put Vanity, but it was Vanity singing Sex Shooter. It was a video out that came out before the movie. So when the movie came out, you kind of laughed because they had Abylonia singing it in the movie. But in my reality, it was Vanity. Vanity and Vanity Six sang Sex Shooter first. That came out before the movie came out. And that's some shit how they changed that up. Because the only song Abylonia sung was, I don't care where we go. I don't care what we do. That's the only song Abylonia sang with. Not Sex Shooter. Sex Shooter was by Vanity. So that's been changed. That's been changed. You had a 2-day bug too. Oh, okay. Now, Big P, would you know if Krishan, if she had that Baltimore accent? Nah, this chick was like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. No. Okay. Now, you can't talk to me about Baltimore accents because my teammates from DC, and you know, my people are from DC. You know, my cousin lives in DC now. But niggas from DC ain't no difference than you down there in Mississippi, Lorenzo. Y'all sound the same. Baltimore, DC, Virginia is down south. And the people that live in Virginia, Maryland, they talk like people from deep south. The dialect is not different at all. Matter of fact, I thought it was more pronounced. Like when I was in North Carolina, again, you talk like you hear. So you still, if you listen to me, you'll still hear me say certain words with the slowness, the way the Southern speaking is. It's a slower way of speaking, basically. The cadence is a slower cadence. That's why it comes out twangy. People pronounce their words a little, little slower, which gives the accent. But that DC accent to me is a Southern accent. That's a very Southern accent to me. Because that tickled me. Because dudes from Philly didn't talk like that. Dudes from New York didn't talk like that. But it's interesting, people from DC talk like the people in Virginia, because DC's really Virginia. And, like the people in North Carolina, South Carolina, they all talk the same. So no, she didn't have a Southern accent. She didn't have a Southern accent. But yeah, she didn't have a Southern accent. Them niggas in Baltimore sound like, that's South, really, the way they speak. That used to trip me out too. The way the DC brothers spoke, they spoke like they was from deep South. I mean, it was kind of funny to me, but yeah. There was one more thing I wrote. Oh, okay. But that was just kind of funny and ironic. I kind of laughed, but she didn't even know who they was. And it was nice that she spoke to me when I left, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I was supposed to go, watch the game with my guy. And then, next, the 16th, we're going to the Jazz Club, which is, it's one of his people. So, And it's like this month, just check this out. To go to this club and to go to the game at the end of the month is like $320. and my football tickets is going to be cheap. I'm sitting way up top. So the football tickets are cheap. But if you think $180, I mean, it's cheap for 3 people, but it's still $180. And that ain't including drinks and if we grab some food. So that including that. Them drinks is and I got to drive, so I ain't going to be drinking much. I might have a beer in the beginning. That's about what I'll do is I'll get a beer in the beginning of the game. And by the end, 2 hours later, after what I ate. And so the football game cost me $180, and the Jazz Club, the tickets was $70 a piece. So, yeah, $320 for entertainment. And Wemby, I showed y'all the other day, Wemby is going to be here on the 8th or 10th. Now, my wife says she'd rather see Zion play. So Zion plays on the 12th, maybe. So it looks like we're going to be, seeing, I think we're going to go see him play, go see the Timberwolves play, And that's, I'm a lifetime Lakers fan since Wilt, but I kind of like the Timberwolves a little more than the Lakers now because, I'm able to see more live games. So I'm kind of shifted, but I'm kind of both. But I guess I kind of favor the Timberwolves over the Lakers, really. So I'll make a little video if I go see that game, But I kind of want to go see Wemby play. Dane Calloway, who's from DC, doesn't sound like Baltimore natives like Monique, Singer Mario, not even C Boogie for YouTube. I don't know. I as I said, I know a lot of people from both places, and I picked that up as it's if people, I don't want to say, if you're around other places, that's something you can work on. But I don't know. To me, all the people I met from Baltimore and DC, they talk rather the same, And I'm only going for the people I went through in college and spending time in DC and spending time in Baltimore. The people to me sound the same. I can't tell the difference between somebody from Baltimore and somebody from DC. They both, to me, have a Southern accent. Even Dane Calloway, Dane still has a Southern accent. Now, it's not as heavy as others, but he still, to me, has a Southern accent. Yeah. So, you know, and remember, like one thing about Michael Jordan that I picked this up a year or two ago. See, Michael Jordan is in Chicago, right? And what's in Chicago? Northwestern University. Northwestern University has one of the biggest, best speech departments in the country. Again, or newscasters, Mike Wilburn, Mike and Mike, the Mike, not the football playing Mike, the other Mike. I think they both went there. So Northwestern is where they teach you how to speak in a Midwestern tone, because that's all news people. Just now you're seeing it kind of change a little bit, but not much. Most places you go, all the newscasters speak the same. And I'm not saying rarely, but most of them don't speak the dialect of where they say. But what they did with Michael Jordan that rookie year, when he first signed, you know, they kind of hit him out and he took classes. He took speech classes. So did Charles Barkley. I mean, you know, you can see, so did Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, you know, beginning of TNT, he was really still, but he had speech classes. And that's why I wonder why Karl Malone never did, because that limited him. Got to use my Rogaine. It's like, get rid of Avery Johnson is another example. Why didn't you, you know, take speech classes? But you can see that Barkley, Shaq was from Texas. He had somewhat of Southern accent. So, you know, they all took speech classes. And Michael Jordan definitely took speech classes. So I didn't catch that, you know, back in the day. But, you know, they reported, and you can find that shit. They polished him off. So, but that's in my experience of people, that them people all, you know, it's like that. It's like Philadelphia would be the cutoff where you wouldn't hear Southern accent to me, you know. You go to, you know, Philly, New York, Boston, you know, you hearing that Boston kind of accent of the Europeans mostly. You hear some brothers speak like that too. Certain words that all of them say, you know, they all say certain words. So, you know, it's a dialectical thing. But you don't hear, in Philly, you're not going to hear that Southern kind of thing. You're going to hear more of an East-Western or East Coast way of saying things. And Boston is, you know, a big different pronunciation almost altogether. So, Tasha Z is from DC. She doesn't have that Baltimore twang neither. But you've been around. Yeah. No, oh, yeah. What? No, she does too, though. You know, I've talked to her several times. I've even talked to her on the phone. And Tasha, listen to Tasha. She's sweet, though. But even Tasha, I hear it in her voice, too. Yeah, I think she does. I know from your perspective, what you hear every day, it's not as heavy as what you hear. But for me, it's different than the Midwest English. Yeah. Yeah. And I've been friends with Tasha on YouTube. On Facebook. Couldn't even tell you how long. Matter of fact, I had Tasha on my old show. I had Tasha come on my old show. My other channel before this one, they took that off in 20. Yeah, my channel was up from 14 until 20. And yeah, I had Tasha on once or twice. So yeah, I know Tasha pretty good. Yep. So that's all. I mean, I know what you're hearing, and you're not hearing it as strong because of what you hear. You know, it doesn't sound as profane as what you hear, but to me, I can still hear a difference than what I hear in the Midwest. And it's people that talk to me can hear. It's certain words I still, you know, I lived down there for 7 years, and you wouldn't think the 7 years would affect you, but it's certain words that I still say that people ask me, you know, where does that come from? Because it's a mixture. Because it's even what's funny is the way my ex-wife speaks, her being from Battle Creek, Michigan, and me coming from Kalamazoo, Michigan, they don't say their INGs in Battle Creek. I've said this I went over this before. They say EN. So it's EATEN, EN, skate-en, day-en. I mean, they don't say the INGs. It's a N instead of INGs. And she still speaks like that. And that's funny that the two little towns, I didn't grow up speaking the way they spoke in Battle Creek. And again, you know, I'm not sure. But it's like a lot of people in Battle Creek seem to, it's a funny dialect that you wouldn't think, because, you know, you wouldn't think, but it's the kind of a Michigan dialect where people don't say their INGs. Like, again, skate-en, E-en. And I'm listening. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You skating? What is skating? But that's the way they spoke. So a little bit of everything. Oh, they say do like do from Baltimore. Okay, do. They hold on to it. I got you. I got you. I missed that part. Do. Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of a story of Terry Do-Rod. Now, Terry, I know Terry's passed, but I told the story, we played Terry and Terry ended up putting us out in the state tournament. Terry made a 4-point play. We was up by 4. We was up by 3. And really, if he wouldn't have fouled Terry and Terry just made the shot as overtime. But this dumbass, not only does he foul Terry, he knocks him down. Terry beats us by 1. But Terry would wear his headband. He'd start the game with his headband around his neck. And he would come down and everybody start going, doo. And if he missed, they would go, ooh. But when he hit that motherfucker, he'd take that headband and put it up and the crowd would go, doo. That shit would go in and everybody go, rah. That shit was crazy to hear him. That motherfucker hit that J. Oh, let me see if I can bring this up. I want to talk about this dude if I can find it. Let's see. If I can find it. But it was a cat I talked about before, about a hooper. Let's see. Nope. Well, maybe. Oh, yeah. Maybe this would be it. I don't know about this is the way to do it, but we'll see. Fucking with shit. There's a better way I can do it. Oh. Maybe not. Okay. Huh. Maybe, let's see. Maybe I can bring him up if I find him. He's not in here. I don't see him. Because he would have to be up here. He's a recent picture. I can probably find him, though. Okay, I can find him. Let me find him. Somebody just shot a picture of him. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see if that would give it to me. Oh, here we go. I hope there's a pic. Oh, here he is. Yeah, okay. This is the dude. This is the best. When I went to, when I was at A&T, in the games I watched, I've talked about this cat before. And this was the best shooter I saw in black college basketball, was this cat right here. This is Harry Machine Gun Kelly. And he dropped, let me just see here, was the only player in any NCAA to score over 3,000 points and was the only player in the history of the NCAA to score over 3,000 points and grab 1,000 rebounds. The Jackson, Mississippi native led the NCAA in scoring for 4 years at TSU and led the 2 20-win seasons, 81-82. He was one of just 9 men to lead the nation in scoring average in multiple seasons, averaging 29 in 81-82 and 28 in 82-83 for Texas Southern. But he also had 1,085 rebounds to go with 3,066 points, 266 blocks, 113 steals, and from 79 through 83. So this cat's my age, and this cat could do it. I mean, this cat could really do it. I got to watch him once, and he had 44 on A&T. And A&T that year went to the they won the conference by beating what was his name? Spriggans. Spriggans ended up playing they had 2 7-footers and they had Spriggans. Spriggans ended up playing for LA. But this cat This cat, they called him Machine Gun Kelly. Now, he was the only dude I ever saw that did what I did in the gym. So the old A&T gym, court on the new, it was new then. The gym itself was new. Corbett Center, whatever they call it now, it was new then. But they had one of the old-fashioned rubber courts. And one thing they had on the rubber courts was, I want to say, yeah, they didn't play at 3-point, not in the MEAC. I think that came in 82 or 83. I don't think when I saw him play it was in, but maybe I'm wrong. But again, A&T had like one, it was the Aggie dog in a big circle, and on the other end, it was A&T. It was always a big circle. And to me, that was the perfect place to shoot jumpers. And he was the only dude I ever watched shoot from that spot. He killed him. I mean, he killed him. He had one of the sweetest, just nice games. And he said getting him rebounds, it just like couldn't be denied. He couldn't be denied. Now, I don't know if Lorenzo, you know about this cat or not, but yeah, this dude was cold. He ended up he got drafted or tried out with the Bullets, and the Bullets, let him go. This cat didn't end up, didn't play in the NBA, but I don't know if he played over in Europe or anything. The last I had known, he was working wherever Texas Southern is. He was working for the water department. When I was working for the water department, he was working for the water department down there. He just got him a career. But this is a guy, you don't hear about a lot of guys. And this was a guy that could go. And he had a great college career, and you can say, well, he played against black college, he played against melanated people, but still the people he played against, he put that work in. So came across him and I was like, okay, this is one of, glad to see him. Glad to see him. So, I don't know. I like old hoopers, and it's good to see, that just because they didn't make it, they still was good. And, yeah, they're saying December is here, but where's the snow? I'm happy ain't no snow. Global warming, shit. After last winter, fuck what you talking about with global warming. That shit don't exist. You was up here last winter, you wouldn't think it was global warming. Shit, I bet the cold people that's homeless. When is this? 2 weeks ago? Oh yeah, and the schools just hired a new superintendent. Wow. Damn. Huh. I wonder where this is at. Huh. Wow. Oh. Oh, okay. This is something different. Escape Minnesota murder suspect arrested in Michigan. Okay. I'm interested. It's got my interest, so here we go. Little debauchery. Let's let them tell it.
New tonight, a Minnesota man who walked out of court before the judge read his conviction for murder is now in custody. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office confirming to Fox 9 that Mike Harlan was arrested near a Detroit suburb by the Michigan FBI. That was ring footage of the arrest taking place this morning.
Damn, they caught a European that took off. The European wasn't able to get away. You thought if he could go to Michigan, you could get away. You quit using your phone.
Harlan is responsible for the death of 29-year-old Cole Linnell after Harlan sold him fentanyl pills that were made to look like oxycodone. He was being walked in by two police officers when he said he needed to use the restroom. Officers allowed Harlan to use the restroom, but that was the last time they saw him.
He had a ride waiting.
He is currently in a Detroit jail. We'll continue to update the story.
Yeah, fighting extradition. Nigga like, I got to piss, but I'm thinking about planning to escape. It's some debauchery, funny debauchery. They say, what did that nigga say? Eric Chauvin got stabbed 22 times. They say he gonna make it, but 22 times, yo. 22 times. Shank, 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 shank. Oh, that is too funny. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch of debauchery, which is good. You know, holidays, like they stop. You ain't seeing the ringers anymore. You know, the what is they called? Salvation Army ringers. You know, a lot of people don't show ringers anymore because people was robbing the fuck out of them. They was fucking them up. You know, the motherfuckers be out there ringing the bell and people was knocking them down, taking their little baskets. Why didn't people think of that sooner? Like every Christmas, they should have been out of business a long time ago. Why did people not think about robbing the ringers? Like, why is it just now? Like, people should have been robbing the ringers. And people did, but it's not to the point where it is now where they don't even want to go out there. And now, you know, it's funny, like, why isn't it love all year round? Why is it just now, you know? Okay, I don't know what this shit's about, but it sounds worth to hear about the debauchery. So let's hear about this debauchery. Okay. Nigga's toaster on fire. You can't put the toaster out, nigga. Damn. Okay. All right. This woman, let's let them. She was about to blow some shit up, I think. So let's see.
When a custodian made a discovery at St. Olaf's dorms earlier this year, they found empty packages for high-capacity gun magazines. And at that time, police believed they had foiled a mass shooting plot. A student was arrested and charged with conspiracy and terroristic threats. But now, 8 months later, a different light is being shown on a lot of the evidence against that young man you just saw, Waylon Kurtz, and a judge is going to decide whether to dismiss all these charges before it ever goes to trial. Here's Lou Goose.
When the arrest of St. Olaf sophomore Waylon Kurtz was announced and the evidence found in his dorm and car were described, the reaction on campus and in the community at large was that a mass casualty event had been avoided.
It's crazy.
But Kurtz, back in Minnesota from his home in Vermont for a hearing at the Rice County Courthouse, is not just trying to prove his innocence. His attorney, Paul Rogoshevsky, is fighting for the judge to toss the case before it gets to a trial.
What do you think a jury would do if they saw this evidence?
I think the jury is going to be on our side. I mean, the evidence is clear. There's not one person that said he wanted to hurt us. And everything that they have, we have an explanation for.
Prosecutors have pointed to a hand-drawn map Kurtz made of the Tostrud Skoglund Athletic Center as part of his alleged plan for a mass shooting. But a fellow student came forward and gave a sworn affidavit to Rogoshevsky saying Kurtz drew the map for him. Directions where to meet to practice driving Kurtz's manual transmission car.
That's a fellow student. He's over at St. Olaf right now.
And prosecutors have charged Kurtz with conspiracy to commit assault. They finally named a co-conspirator, a friend of Kurtz from Vermont who hasn't been charged and who also signed a sworn affidavit that Kurtz wasn't planning anything.
So they talk about guns, they talk about various ammunition. Waylon sent him some magazines because they're cheaper here than they are in Vermont.
Rogoshevsky has shared the text messages between Kurtz and the friend about their mutual interest in guns. And he says Vermont authorities have ruled out a conspiracy.
Vermont police officer talked to their county attorney who talked to this county attorney, and the statement is there is no conspiracy here in Vermont.
The prosecution has pointed to other drawings and writings by Kurtz that authorities found alarming, and other behavior at school that some students found strange. But Rogoshevsky argues that after filing the charges and framing the evidence one way, authorities are unwilling to consider alternate explanations.
What happened is they just got so myopic that they lost sight of the real evidence, and then they dig a hole, and it's kind of like the world today.
Hey, you can look at him and tell his family got some bread. He's pretty sharp. He ready for him.
Everybody's black and white, and even if you have evidence saying I'm right, people will ignore that.
The next decision to be made is whether the judge will schedule a trial for this case, or will she dismiss the charges before it gets to that point? She's expected to make a decision in late January.
Well, I will. When I know, you'll know. When I know, you'll know. What'd you say? But those certain ways we pronounce words from different regions comes from indigenous ways of speaking. Remember, English originated here, not in the country of England. Well, yeah, a lot of native words. Like what's funny, if you go through Wisconsin, you see Mishawaka. You're not just Milwaukee. You see all the names. Big word up here is portage. You know, portage means to carry a boat across land. You know, that was the Indian word for carrying boats across land. You portage across the land. And there's a lot of cities. There's a city in Michigan outside of Kalamazoo named Portage. In Wisconsin, there are several Portage, Wisconsins. So yeah, they had to mix the two. You know, they had to mix several languages. Actually, we say a few of several languages. So we pick things up. You know, the spells are so strong too. I mean, if you it's funny, and I said this. My wife is watching a lot of that Zeus shit. You know, the Zeus is the nigga channel. You know, nigga, it's the Jerry Springer. It's Jerry Springer, new style Jerry Springer on Zeus. If you want to see new Jerry Springer type of shit, watch the Zeus channel. It's a lot liver though. They let bitches fight and shit. And they say shit. And you know, I said this before, my wife picks up this shit. You know, all of a sudden, all of them saying weird, and she's talking to motherfuckers. Isn't that kind of weird? And I'm like, no, it's not weird at all. She looks at me, but it's like, you hearing them. And, you know, I don't talk like I hear, you know, I don't try to pick up things unless they're really nice, you know. I don't try to pick up things I hear on TV. I don't try to repeat them because I'm cognizant of, you know, what's trying to be done. So, yeah, of what's trying to be done to us. And I found out some spiritual shit that I didn't know. It was like, dude was like, you got to have a relationship with this shit. And I'm like, I thought this shit was like, because I caught a guy talked about the breathing. And, you know, I've said before, I have a disease. And I heard this brother saying that this is some spiritual shit. He says, if you have a relationship and you're conscious of your breathing, he says, that's very spiritual. And I've told you, I've had that for my whole life, you know, where I you know, at times it felt like fucking with my asthma, because I mean I know it sounds strange, but it, I mean, to be conscious of your breathing it can hamper you as well, because again it can turn into a panic attack, because again you're not keeping the rhythm. But I guess if you can do that, that's some kind of spiritual power. I find out, didn't know that. So, and I know TJ Givens, Miss Givens. I call you Miss. I'm sorry, I forgot the other part. I know she had looked it up what it was, and so wherever she is, definitely love to her and success to her. TJ Givens. It's been so long since we talked. But Miss Givens, love to you if you ever hear this, because I know you're doing well. I'd hear from you if you weren't, so I'm glad. Sometimes when people are doing their thing, it's good that they're doing their thing, and you don't need to hear from them because they're doing their thing, and that's good. Even when it's bad, it's good. Evil is good. Just like, man, that's it. Dang. Oh, here's okay. This is now what I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I like no noise and stuff. Got to be able to talk while I search. Should show some of my brother's stuff. His stuff is so good. What was this last stuff about? Because I gotta pee. Oh, my niece. My niece is so cute. Oh, okay. See a picture of my niece. Oh. I had to go through some of this stuff and listen to it and see if I can talk about something relevant to bring it in, you know, instead of going into a cold. I would rather, give him his props. I tell you, there's two places, I don't know. I guess you can't call the whole state But damn. Like this is just an average day in this motherfucker.
This mistake?
This is just an average day in this part of the country. Man accused of shooting Tarrant County Sheriff deputy had bond set at $1 million. I mean, it's like, this is debauchery. Here we go. This is like debauchery down in Texas. I mean, I knew I could just look at Texas as debauchery. I don't know what part of Texas, but let them tell it.
Shooting at a North Texas credit union that landed a Tarrant County Sheriff's deputy in the hospital. We're live with what we know about the suspect and the condition of that deputy.
Also here at 4, an abortion case goes before the Texas Supreme Court as more women are suing the state. We take a closer look at what's at stake here.
Another group of hostages held by Hamas.
Damn, they want their abortions, don't they? They like really want their abortions. Ooh, look at her. And that's a wig. But still, man, that shape is looking good. I like her shape. Okay, let's go. What's your name, girl?
Everyone, thank you for joining us for CBS News Texas at 4. I'm Ken Molestina.
I'm Nicole Baker. Karen has the day off. We are starting with that Tarrant County deputy shot twice during a Fort Worth bank shootout yesterday. Still in the hospital today. And some people are just plain angry about the original bond that was set for the man arrested.
Let's get to our Steve Pickett. He is joining us live now from John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth, where Deputy Brent Brown is still receiving.
This dude looked like he just either he's high on some edibles or he looked more like he just had a drink. And, you know, he's got a little wig on, too. Why do they make him get wigs? They made her wear a wig and they made him wear a wig. Like, but her shape is killer. Damn. Ooh, her shape is killer, but I don't know about this wig. But anyway, let's hear what he got to say. I'm fucking around. I'm sorry. I'm fucking around, y'all. Here we go.
Now at 4 o'clock, new developments in.
I'm fucking around. Let's find Nicole back. Nicole was looking at that motherfucker like, you dumb looking motherfucker. Okay, here's Nicole. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm fucking around. Let's let them tell
Fort Worth bank shootout yesterday. Still in the hospital today. And some people are just plain angry about the original bond that was set for the man arrested.
Let's get to our Steve Pickett. He is joining us live now from John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth, where Deputy Brent Brown is still receiving medical care. Steve?
I can tell you, Ken, that there was outcry, frankly, anger over this talk about this bond amount for the suspect involved in all of this. $100,000 was the original bond. $100,000 means $10,000 will get you out of jail. It is now $1 million. There's been a change, but good news also inside this hospital. We're told there is great improvement for the deputy involved. It is pretty clear there was anger and contempt for many here in the Fort Worth area, particularly in the law enforcement community, when they view the shooting scene of that Fort Worth credit union, knowing Deputy Brent Brown, as you mentioned his name, came under attack there yesterday, and the accused shooter was being held on that bond amount that could release him with just $10,000. 38-year-old Leland Williams is now accused of attempted capital murder. Police arrested him after that standoff that lasted about 4 hours at his mother's house after that shootout at that credit union. And it was this afternoon, a district judge signing a new bond order, moving Williams' bond from $100,000 to that $1 million. Tarrant County Commissioner Manny Ramirez, I spoke with him late this afternoon. He is a former police officer, and he demanded that bond increase.
I was absolutely disgusted when I saw that bond, Steve. I think that, you know, we have a deputy that's fighting for his life right now in the hospital, and that's a slap in the face to every.
What is he doing?
Hospital, and that's a slap in the face to every.
What is it?
That, you know, we have a deputy that's fighting for his life right now in the hospital.
What now? Red now? What?
I think that, you know, we have a deputy that's fighting for his life right now in the hospital.
What now? Red now? What?
You know, we have a deputy that's fighting for his life right now in the hospital, and that's a slap in the face to every single police officer.
Every single police officer. See, this is a heavy Southern accent to me.
That's out there putting their lives on the line today. But $100,000
putting their lives in the line. See, this is Southern talk. How's he say it?
Police officer that's out there putting their lives on the line today.
Today. I say today, not today. Today, not today. You see the difference? That's Southern talk right there.
But the $100,000 is absolutely ridiculous.
This nigga couldn't come up with 10,000, so why? It's the same.
For an attempted capital murder, where a suspect was robbing a bank and shot a police officer twice.
Damn! If he just think about it like this: robbing the bank only 5 federal years. So why? 5 federal years. Robbing a bank is automatic 5 years. Why put the capital murder on top of it? That's what I don't get. Attempted capital murder, and a felony, a federal felony. So they gonna get into his ass. But again, it's debauchery. This is debauchery hour. And Texas is full of debauchery. I hate to say it, but they are. Ooh, they showed Nicole again. Ooh, let's see Nicole again. Nicole is on this story, so let's Nicole tell her. Ooh, she starts it off. Somebody's off, so Nicole is working. We want Nicole back on the screen. Let's see Nicole. Okay, there's Nicole again. She's AKA. That's AKA quarter. She's AKA. Let her go. Let's hear it.
So for you here at 10 o'clock, an effort to shut down prostitution houses that are being disguised as massage parlors.
What?
And spas. Plano police in the city, they went to court today with a new idea. Hopefully.
So what are you telling me, that when I go into a massage parlor and I get a happy ending, that's illegal? They you go in the massage parlor and they put a little box over your junk. They'd ask you, I don't know how they say it, but it's like a happy ending. And, you turn over because you're already naked for the massage, and they got a little box, and they'll put a little box over your junk, and they'll start beating your, nobody can see you do it. So is that a crime? If their hand is a little box beating you off, is that a crime? They got the little box there and they're beating you off in the little box. Is that a crime? That they give you a happy ending? I don't know. I don't think it's a crime. They got the little box. Nobody can see, it's a little box.
To solve a problem that could be happening in your neighborhood.
Yes, it might be in your neighborhood.
In a
They
story
got the
that
little
you'll
box.
only see here.
A foot spa in a shopping center on Coit Road, a wellness center in a medical office park on Preston Road, and a massage parlor just down the street from a high school on Los Rios Boulevard. If you live in Plano, there's a good chance, according to police, that prostitution is happening right in your neighborhood.
Well, we think that well over 50% of the massage establishments in our city are probably engaged in illegal activity, and we have a number of intelligence tools that we can use to gather that information.
Plano Police Chief Ed Drain showed us 8 spas where criminal prostitution cases have been filed this year alone. He says the soliciting of sex is spreading at an alarming rate inside businesses that are supposed to be licensed and regulated by the state.
We don't think that we're going to be able to use just enforcement to stop this problem. So we're going the civil route in addition to continuing our enforcement efforts.
Today, the city of Plano filed a civil legal action against one of the businesses that police say has been a problem. The chief says it's a new idea to target spas and massage parlors that violate the Texas Occupational Code by not maintaining customer records and other state licensing requirements. The citizens of Plano are entitled to seek legitimate health care and other services for themselves and their families without unknowingly leading their children past a brothel or parking next to predators willing to purchase the bodies of women. Plano's police chief says making individual prostitution arrests at the spas like one here this year only affects the women involved and do nothing to stop the business owners from continuing to operate without repercussions.
I'm with CBS 11 News.
The owner of Tennyson Wellness Center, who was the target of the first legal action, spoke to us off camera tonight, claiming that she is running an above-board business and that a massage therapist violated the rules against prostitution and was fired.
So this is...
Look, this is my place. Nothing goes on. We got the little box where they can beat their meat for a happy ending. Look, clean, no prostitutes. We have certified massage therapists only on here. See, little box. If they want to beat it, they can beat it in the little box. There's no girl. They cannot pay for the pussy. The pussy is not there. They cannot pay for head. They can only pay for little box and happy ending. I have licensed therapists and happy ending. Happy endings are allowed in America. We can give them happy endings all day. I will give you a happy ending right now if you like one. Oh. Oh, that's some funny shit to me, y'all. That shit is so fucking funny to me. Police, they on the massage chicks, ain't they? They're not giving them a break. You know, if a lame can't have a girl, you dig? You know, he needs a place to get his rocks off. And it's nothing wrong. Okay, the average massage, okay, think about it. The average massage costs you about 80 to 100 and some, you know, an hour. You know, if you want a half an hour, it's around 40 to 50. If you want a happy ending with the box, I think that's an extra 20 or 30. I'm not sure. You know, if it keeps somebody from going crazy or committing a crime, letting them have the little box over their junk after the massage, I say go for it. You know, buy your own little box. You know, like, hey, just put your head in there, honey. You have your name on it and shit. You know, you got it right there. Your own little box. Go ahead, stick your head in there, baby. You know, nobody knows. Oh, wow. I didn't see this. Is it still snowing in Buffalo? Let's see. What do they say today? Is there more to come? 1 year ago. It doesn't look like anything new. Oh, 4 days ago. So, somebody had a heated driveway. That's a good idea. You know, you can have heated floors. You know that? You can have heated floors. Let's see. This can't be. This is last year. This ain't now. This is not now. Oh, this is now. So it doesn't look like anything new. Regular shit. Regular shit. And the other place to be fucked up was other places. Where's this other place? Philadelphia is another fucked up place to live where it's always debauchery in Philadelphia. Like it makes you wonder, you know, how do people live in certain places? Like up here, it's pretty smooth. I like living here. Like people like coming here because I mean, it's shit. This state is a good state in a lot of ways. It's some bullshit, but for most part, it is a pretty good fucking state to be in. I must say that. What time is it? Damn, it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm glad I came on early because yesterday I stayed up till 6 in the morning. No, I went to bed a little earlier because I had to do. I went to bed early last night. That's right. Friday I didn't come on, but the night before, Thursday, man, I started at 1. By the time I got to bed, it was like 6 in the morning. So it's not. I'm not doing that tonight. And I get up at 11, make me some coffee, sit in at 12. But I do have my daughter has a performance tomorrow. She's performing with baton, so I'll be able to catch excuse me. I am going to catch I'm going to watch probably the second part of the game in the car when I'm going to pick up my mother. Because my daughter's just, she's doing an independent performance and a group performance. So, did y'all see Deshaun Jackson retired as an Eagle? Too bad Chip Kelly fucked him around because he actually... Somebody else escaped. Somebody else escaped in Philadelphia. U.S. Marshals joined the search for looking for this motherfucker. How did he escape? Let's find out how he escaped. How do you escape? Did they get his ass yet? Another escape makes people question about prisons. This must be it too. Another escape about prisons across Philadelphia. You just like you barely watching the niggas. They can just easily come out. Ooh, damn. What is it? I kind of think she's cute too. Let's go. For those of you like debauchery.
Cotter was on work detail when he hopped a fence outside the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Facility. It is the fourth breakout in the city this year. And
Man, she is standing. I mean, damn, look at the way she's standing holding that thing. God damn. I like the way she stands. It's like she's standing there with a gold mine, but let's go.
C10's Brian Sheen is live near that prison in Holmesburg with the very latest on the search and the questions being asked following this latest escape. Brian.
All right. Again, hair does not grow way down here. Okay? You see a European and he got hair in the middle of his forehead. Hair stops way up there. So this is how they have to glue it. They have to glue down your forehead, then try to comb it all back. But this is a wig. You see, hair don't grow naturally right there unless you glue it. So this is a wig, but still, let's see what he got to say about the debauchery.
Well, Jackie and Tracy, we have not received any major updates from city officials today. Hagen Cotter was in minimum custody, and as you said,
man, fuck him. I got to look back at her. I'd be like, damn. You know, she'd be the kind where you just be with her and be like, baby, I need you to just stand for a little bit. Oh, baby, just go stand. Yeah, go stand over there. Let me watch you stand. Okay, let's see what this motherfucker did.
In minimum custody, and as you said, allowed out on work detail. That could possibly be one of the reasons we haven't seen a search presence out here. However, local leaders say that residents here demand accountability. The search for escaped prisoner Gino Hagen Cotter is now on its second day and leaving business owners like Ramona Garcia on edge.
I feel very insecure.
Prison officials say these surveillance photos from around 11:45 yesterday morning show the 34-year-old shortly after he climbed a fence and escaped through the sanitation yard. It happened while he was on work detail at an orchard behind the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Facility on State Road.
Why not watch him closely? Why not do your job?
Damn, what kind of look is this? I hate to do it, y'all, but there's only one thing we can do when they show a goofy bitch like this.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What the fuck is she doing? Let's go. Why would you come on TV looking like this? It's like she got some really serious Coke bottle glasses. Damn, look at her. Like all swollen, a big swole head and shit. What is this shit behind her? What is that? Her children graduating or some shit and some ugly ass lamp. And what is this? A corner chair and shit? Cheap ass corner chair and ugly ass picture there. And this is one of them 3-piece pictures and shit. This ugly piss yellow wall. God damn, lady, you ain't got no style. Let's go.
Those are some of the questions Philadelphia Council member at large Sharon Vaughn has for whoever was assigned to watch Hagen Cotter when he was given permission to use the restroom and never returned.
We all have to play our part in making sure that this does not continue to happen in Philadelphia.
Officials say Hagen Cotter is now at least the fourth inmate to escape from the facility this year. In May, 2 men, including one charged with murder, went unnoticed for nearly a full day after cutting a hole in a fence. Both were eventually captured, and after that, Vaughn introduced a resolution calling for hearings on the city's correction system.
Why does this keep happening? What do you need from us?
It keeps happening because they don't give a fuck. It's obvious they don't give a fuck. That's why it keeps happening. They really don't give a fuck. If somebody escapes, they ain't gonna make less money. You ain't penalizing them for escaping. So people don't give a fuck anymore. That is why this is happening. People don't give a fuck. They ain't gonna die for that shit anymore. What your shit is, they like, this nigga's here, so what? They escape. Let's go.
Yet again, to fix the problem, because city council is willing to do whatever it needs to do to make sure.
You ain't gonna hire the people that really want to do the shit though. That's the problem. You're not gonna hire people And why is she wearing magenta? But let's go.
That you have the resources to stop this from happening ever again.
Why isn't the department saying, hey, listen, this is what we need to make things work. Let's get it done. That's the question that I have.
David Robinson is the union president for correctional officers at the facility. He says the department is short-staffed and lacking resources that could have prevented yesterday's escape.
The outside perimeters, you should have more officers there. We should have a bike patrol. Bike patrol was taken away. There's a lot of things that's going on that's not happening. You know, drones. You should have drones.
Court records show Hagencotter was serving time for violating probation relating to drug and retail theft charges. Prison officials say he was scheduled to be released to a court-ordered program yesterday, but it was canceled after police learned about a connection to a criminal case in Bucks County. Today, many want to know, where is he?
Something is falling by the wayside. We need to find out.
Now, they catch this nigga in Detroit, but they couldn't catch him. But he's minimum. That's why they ain't really looking for him.
What it is.
The FBI ain't looking for him. Let's see. You gonna show Nicole again?
Officials say even though
we don't care about you, we want to see if they show Nicole again. Ooh, they do. Look
Count
at
on NBC 10 to keep you updated on this search.
Oh, let's see what she looked like sitting down. Ooh, yeah. You look like what was her name? Michelle Ray, whatever her name was. The strip club movie. She kind of looks like her a little bit. I like the way you stand, though, baby. Let's look back at the way she stands. She had a tough stand. Oh, look at that. She had a tough stand.
At President Holmesburg with the very latest on the search and the question.
Care about that.
Hop defense outside the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional.
Man, look how she stands. God damn, y'all. She stands tough. Y'all know y'all like it. This is Philadelphia debauchery. This is debauchery Philadelphia style. I don't know how y'all do it up there. They worried about that man. That man did some bullshit.
U.S. Marshals have joined the search.
He did some bullshit. That dude didn't do shit. Fucking retail theft. Oh, all of a sudden we had to cancel it because the dude, hey, he might be a part of this. It's obvious that he smokes crystal meth. So leave the crystal meth guy alone. Let him go. Is he a big deal, really? Excuse me. Oh, it looks like it's not. There's no more Nicole or whatever her name was. All right. I must say, it's not a lot of debauchery in Philadelphia. Okay. Whoops. I'm wrong. No, I'm right. They're searching for a hit and run driver that sent 3 people to the hospital. Y'all want a little Luther Ingram, don't you? Give him a little Luther Ingram. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Hey, what's happening? Eric, Catherine, what is happening? And at 2:16 in the morning, you definitely got to have vision. And even though I've been going on for 2 hours, I still am only doing the Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slow. But there's only one rule. Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck. But if you are here definitely to be taken. I am here to take you higher. I grew up in Michigan, so I know all the Michigan schools. I've been to the Big House a few times. I've been to the the Chrysler Arena where they play they lost tonight. The basketball team lost. The basketball team lost to Oregon tonight, right? They lost by 1. They had the game. All they had to do was make 2 free throws. Dude missed the free throw and ended up losing by 6, I think, in overtime. But the basketball team, whatever invitational that was, I think it was Oregon. I'm pretty sure they lost basketball to Oregon. But somewhere in here, I got a basketball hoodie too, but But I had another Michigan hat. Maybe I threw it away. I didn't think I did. It was a Jordan hat. Shit. So, but I couldn't find it today. So I got to order another one. This is one of my old Michigan hats. And Harbaugh didn't have his didn't have a Jumpman on it. So he just had the Jumpman on this thing. The hat, the Michigan hat, it was a dry fit Nike hat, but it didn't have the Jumpman in the back, which I thought it didn't have, the Jordan. And I think, even though this is, I've said before, this is really Connie Hawkins. You know, Jordan took what Connie Hawkins invented, but it doesn't matter who invented it. It is still, you know, everywhere and visible. And that's, you know, even though it's a powerful symbol in a lot of ways. And, you know, whatever that brother has to do where he's at, to put him in a position where he's at, to still see this symbol that, you know, he imitated from somebody else and now it's pushed out there on us, it's still something to be cool. It's cool. I don't disagree with seeing Jordan on shit. I think it, you know, it goes into what his mama did, but it goes into, you know, saying that, you know, it ain't for everybody, but it's a cool thing to see. You know, it's a cool thing to see. And so I'm kind of with the Nike shit, the Jordan shit. You know, I buy the shoes. I buy LeBron shoes and I buy Jordans. I buy them GTs too. Them GT shoes. The newer version, I checked them. They're comfortable. I might play pickleball in them too. So, but you know, I'm just a mall walker now until I figure out what's wrong with my shoulder, what's wrong with my back, and what's wrong with my knee. Oh my goodness. And I gotta take a volume to get in that motherfucking MRI that they put you under. That shit. Oh, that is torture. Get me high, make me a little sleepy so I can forget about it. And I gotta have my arm like this. I ain't just in it like this, laying down. I've gotta literally kind of be like this under that motherfucker. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that shit. That shit that I did today, just sitting there. That was cool. Then they tell me, well, they're not that clear. The magnet's not very. I don't give a fuck. These doctors read that shit and say whatever. But I'm pretty sure I've tore my shoulder more. It, like, my wife was like rubbing my arm. I'm like, damn, it hurts over there. And it's like it used to hurt in a different place. Now it's hurting like, and I think I did something to tear all my rotator cuff, is what I think. Yeah, that hurts. Well, you know what the doctor said? I said, doctor, hurts when I do like that. And the doctor said, don't do that. So, you know, I try not to do that. James Gann, what's happening? You know I like to party. James Gann, thank you for coming in. You wear Kobe shoes? No, Kobe's, no. And I know you got to have vision. And talk about the Kobe's. We can wear Kobe's and dance on doing the thing. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic swap. And there's only one rule. Don't touch my truck. And I'm definitely here to say. All right. I'm going to tell you the problem. Now, I have Kobe's, the crazy ones. I have those Adidas. The problem with the Kobe's made by Nike is they only have the air in it. They're not very spongy. They only have the air in it. Now, again, if you're just looking for walk-around shoes, they're okay. I don't know if I could play in them. I don't even know if I could walk in them. Nike had a shoe that was a Nike version of the Kobe. And I remember I bought a pair from Marshalls at the Mall of America. And I remember I took it to a young boy. I was like, what are these? And he's like, oh, they just a Nike version. But I'm like, this is what's in the Kobe. And they had another shoe that had all the stuff that the Kobe had in it. So the ones they just released, let's see, we can probably search that. I was looking at that earlier. Just like, are you guys getting the 11s? Like, I was looking at that shit today where you can get into the thing to order the 11s now, and they're like $220, $230. I don't know if I mean, they ain't comfortable. They're not comfortable. They look good, but they're not comfortable. So I don't know. What is the Kobe's? Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Unless this is, yeah. There we go. This is all Kobe Bryant's Nike sneakers releasing this year. Now, do you see my point? You know, this is just air unit right here. Okay. This is just air. Ooh, these are kind of nice though. This is stiff. I mean, looks wise, I get you, but I'm talking about the technology in the shoe. This is just an air unit. This is just air. Air with what did they call this then? I can't read that, but that's these aren't I mean, they are stiff. They are stiff. Let's see. These just came out. Right now, these are the ones that just came out right here. Yep, these came out. Matter of fact, they're not out until here we go, December 16th. And again, look at the technology in them. What are you really getting? What do they call this? Zoom. Okay, this is Zoom, and then the inside unit is the air. You get the Zoom here, and you get the insert is the air. You get the air insert. You get Zoom, and you get the air. And that's old technology. So these come out the 26th. I kind of these okay. I like these. These are stiff. I'm again, walking around. Yeah, okay. I get it. These are stiff. What are these called? Black Mamba. I like these. I mean, for walking around shoes, they look good. I don't like these. Emeralds. Yeah, how much for these motherfuckers? Fuck these. No, I don't like these. That's knit. That's the fly knit. These are fly knit. I don't necessarily like the 24 on these. Was 24s on those? Oh yeah, this is nigga all over it. You get a shoe with nigga everywhere. I didn't catch that at first, so that's what you get. You get a shoe, niggas on your shoe. Right here, the same thing. Another shoe with nigga all over it. Okay, we don't want those. What is this? And these coming out? Oh, these for the Olympics. These coming out for the Olympics. Summer 24. We got the Olympics. Oh, this is the older one. Wow, this is really old technology. Yeah, this is really old. Yeah, I wouldn't want this shoe. I know these ain't comfortable. Okay, when are these coming out? 24 summer, so Olympics. This is the Olympic shoe. So, I need them reverse Grinch. Oh, you want the reverse Grinch? Niggas on the shoe. Yeah, you saw it. Y'all saw that shit. What did I say? What did I say? Nigga right there. Nigga right there. You got niggas on both shoes. Nigga all over the shoe. Nigga right there. Nigga. These is nigga shoes. Same here. Nigga right there. Nigga. 24. These are the nigga shoes. So, yeah. Know what you're buying and what you're putting out there. These are nice, though. I thought these, again, this is probably going to be another Olympic shoe. This is going to be a nice summer shoe to wear. Yeah, I can see that. 180, but fuck that. I could get the other shit. I could get real Jordans. Okay, this goes back to the other ugly style, the cheaper, older shoe. Yeah, fuck this shoe. Yeah, fuck that one too. These was the way these was made. I remember these. These was cheap made. They still cheap made. Look at that shit. It's old technology, really old. What's this, wrestling shoe or Back to the Future like shoe? Proto treatment, even better. All three versions. Ninth signature hit shelves. The Nike Elite and EMB released Halo. No price on these. Of course, this is part of the new annual celebration of Brian's birthday. This August fans left disappointed. Less than 50,000 pairs of the 8 Halo was released. We may hope for them to be able to release more. Yeah, this is kind of the Back to the Future style. Nobody wants Sam Club. Back to the Future style. Yeah, I like this more than I like that. But for the summertime, you wearing these fucking boots? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I would say I got the crazy ones. I'm thinking about getting the black and the opposite of what I got now, getting the black and purple ones, purple and gold. I don't know if I would pay full price for the all black ones. It just ain't worth it, It just ain't worth it to me. So I don't know. I like them, but I don't know. If Read My Soul ever listens, I wonder if he gonna get them. But I don't think I would get them. Because right now, this is reverse Grinches right here, ain't it? Excuse me. This is what you was talking about, right? These, right? And they got them. Oh, they got 13s. I could buy these motherfuckers right now. Yeah, they got due to an overload of orders. We cannot guarantee that parcels will arrive before Christmas. So if you buy a lot of them, but if you buy one pair, you'll get these in the next couple of days. I gotta get a pair of Air Force Ones for my daughter. She wants a pair of Air Force Ones, and my wife promised her to her. She's like, if we don't buy her those Air Force Ones, I'm like, I ain't buying her shit before Christmas. You know, she's like, well, we gotta keep our word. I told her I'd buy her a pair. I'm like, we ain't buying her shit before Christmas. It makes no sense to give any gifts. My mother's like, well, I need to buy her. No, keep that shit. Like Lululemon, she heard my mom, you know, my daughter, again, she's the youngest of all of them, and she's the closest to my mom. My mom sees her the most, so they go to Lululemon and all that shit. The top be $100 and the fucking little tights be $100, and I'm like, do not buy her nothing else until Christmas. That's why you got like, okay, what do you want? And so I'm like, what do you want? you get that shit Christmas. Like I bought her that jersey over there of Aunt. She getting that shit for Christmas because she'll wear it. But I don't know if any of y'all like this kind of shit. You know, I love shoes and I love the art of shoes. I can't wear this shit. These ain't comfortable. None of this shit I can wear. But I enjoy. I can see the art in it. I can see. You know, you can have a nice outfit. This is like a Michigan kind of mix, and you could have a nice outfit and wear any of these. I understand that. I just can't wear that shit. You know, I can't wear that shit. These are called military blacks, okay? But some of this stuff, you know, I mean, like even these. Is this the one with the satin on them? Oh, okay, this is the patent leather. I like this. I like the patent leather. But I mean, what are you getting? You know, you're not even getting air. This shoe ain't even got air in it. They're called Air Jordan. Ain't no air. This does not have the air unit in it. Or they got the old-fashioned air unit. This is not comfortable. I can't walk in these more than 10 or 15 minutes. This shit would hurt I like the way they look, though. And I mean, but to get these when you can get, you know, something more expensive. You can get a newer shoe that's comfortable. But again, for y'all with style, I understand. I do understand, you know. I understand, but, you know, I'm about comfort. You know, I'm about comfort. And they ain't comfortable. I can't wear them. I cannot wear them. But I understand style. I do. Like, here's another group of them. And I think at one point I've had these back then, whatever they were back then. Oh, here's a Kobe. Okay. This was close to the shoe I had. Yeah, I had something like Nike Zuby Proto Mambaktia Sweet 16. Okay. Again, you got Zoom Air. What does that say? Oh, it's Kobe's name. But Zoom Air, you know, Zoom and in the Air insole. That's it. There's nothing in these. What is this next? Okay. That's what he was talking about. These. Back to these. And they got all the sizes. I think. Okay, this is Nevada Apparel. You can get this from Nike too. Nike got them too. But this gives you, you know, women's Wolf Low. Yeah, my daughter only likes the Air Force Ones. She don't really like these, the Dunks or whatever these are. What are these considered? Women's Jordan 1? Because, see, they don't have the... Damn, that's the only angle you show? You don't show the... See, they don't have the little, you know, Air Jordans had the Air Jordan little tag right there. So, she doesn't really care for these. But, you know, I'm a shoe lover. I love tennis shoes. Like, you know, I go back, you know, I'm 62 years old. And so I watched the evolution of them and I love shoes in general. You know, I can't wear gaiters anymore. I mean, gaiters is, and what's interesting, if you look at men on TV, all the TV announcers, they ain't wearing dress shoes anymore. They're all wearing comfortable shoes. So it ain't just me as an older dude having problems with my feet. You watch the people on TV, they ain't wearing dress shoes no more, especially ex-athletes. They wearing comfortable tennis shoes. So, you know, that's where the world should be at. Now, those of you that don't have foot problems, and it's hard for me to imagine, I've had foot problems for so long that it's hard for me to imagine people that don't. So, when I look at people that wear these, you know, I understand the art, but, you know, I like basketball shoes. I like basketball shoes. You know, I didn't really like just, okay. These, I like these. These are nice. Okay. These are nice. These would be a good summer shoe with an outfit. Undefeated, yeah. What if pack? These are stiff. I'll give it to them. I wouldn't pay $150 for these motherfuckers though. But I like these. I mean, you could get a nice outfit to hook this shit up. And it's a bunch of fits that fit in this. And that's $5 right there. Fizzive. So you could get a lot of shit in the summertime to match that. You know? I mean, I understand that. Dress, shit, I'm a dresser nigga, you know? So I understand that. I understand, you know, the these different type of shoes. It's just for me, I can't do it. Oh, this is what he was talking about right here. The reverse Grinch. I'm sorry. He was talking about these. Sorry, PJ. He was talking about these, the reverse Grinch right here. My bad. These are stiff, no doubt. And can you get them? Are we right here? Everything you need to know. Reverse Grinch. Late Kobe 210. When are they re-releasing them? See, like that's the Superman right there. They want you to have that snake skin. Remember Superman has this? If you look at Superman, Supergirl's suit, it's like a snake. And that's from the Snake People. Kill Bill. So when are they released? What is this? Softer foam for the midsole helps deliver. Okay, that's air. Nothing but an air unit, guys. Bigger zoom in the front foot. Okay. These are ugly shoes, though. That first shoe was an ugly motherfucker. These ain't bad. These weren't bad. You could see it was a little more put into it. But what? Still not seeing where the reverse Grinch. Okay, when are they releasing these? Okay, he wore them in 21. Blah, blah, blah. The shoes were just a player exclusive until January 23. Lakers, 5 share they would see a launch. Holiday. So, for end of basketball collection. So now doesn't really tell. So anytime they're releasing these, anytime. The reverse Grinches looks like anytime they're gonna be releasing these. So I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. So you can get them. I'm gonna tell you a comfortable shoe, and they're cheap. Is these? Not LeBron's. These are comfortable. I have the high top version of these. These are totally comfortable. No, I don't need that shit. These are comfortable. If you want a comfortable shoe, my best friend Tony, you know, I gave him the newest for the wedding. I bought him the newest Ganas, but he had a pair of these. Him and his son had got some. These are comfortable. These are really comfortable. That Air unit, this is a comfortable shoe. So, you know, these aren't very expensive either. They're not very expensive either. And the same thing, that's the same shoe. Sorry. Oh, okay. This is this colorway. But these shoes are comfortable, y'all. Really comfortable. So if you need a comfortable shoe, that is a very inexpensive, very comfortable shoe. I must say that. Now this shit right here, I don't get this shit right here. How does niggas wear this ugly shit? I remember when they were new, niggas was wearing this ugly shit. I mean, when does this ever look good? I mean, because it's different and he put his name on this ugly shit. Come on, this is a joke. This is a joke. I killed it. I didn't mean to kill it. I want to talk about other shoes. All right, I think 2 hours and a half is probably long enough. I think this is long enough for me to go. So, Sunday night, maybe, yeah, probably I'll go over. Eagles play San Francisco 2:30, I think, is the game start. So, you know, someone early in the broadcast had said about the Eagles going down. Well, we'll see. We'll see if they go down or not. But I should be here regardless. It looks like I should be here regardless. So I am going to call it so I can go to bed at a decent time. Oh, those shoes are ugly. The LeBrons? Yeah, they are ugly. I will tell that. They are ugly, but they're comfortable. The high tops aren't so ugly. I have a lot of them 350s. They're very comfortable. Oh, you got those 350s too, and they're very comfortable. Okay. Oh, you saying they're ugly, but you saying you got a lot of them. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never owned a pair. I think they're ugly too. I think those kind of Kanye's are ugly, but to each his own, buddy. You're still my friend. Just because your shoes is ugly, you're still my friend. Like these motherfuckers. Let me grab them. Hold on. Now, these are my Doc Martens. These are Doc Martens. But these motherfuckers ain't comfortable. I mean, look at that. That's what Doc Martens is made for. I think I'm going to see if my nephew wants them. And they was, just in a box. And I just put mink oil on them. And look at that shine on these motherfuckers. I'm telling you, these have been in the box for 2 years. I ain't wore them or fuck with them in 2 years. And a little bit of mink oil, look how they shining. Look at that. Like in the back, you see a little scuff. I think I caught the light. Maybe. But look at that. So I'm going to see if he wants them. I mean, they're not bad, but there's nothing in here. Like these are almost like old cons, but you got the Doc Marten, all this rubber. But this rubber ain't comfortable. This ain't comfortable. Even with my inserts, these ain't comfortable. But they look good. Kind of dressy little. See, I guess the scuff up here. Yeah. But for mink oil, 2 years of being in a box, and just this, I ain't shining these motherfuckers. This is just mink oil. Look at that mink oil did for. I'm gonna see if my nephew want them. Or I'll wear them every now and then, maybe. But let me close with this. There ain't no snow up here, and that is cool. No snow. I feel good for no snow. Well, I think that's all I got. So just remember, sorry does not shine my shoes. I'm Big Pontiac. This is the Chocolate Mountain Show. Till we meet again, definitely say